Okay, thank you for joining me again. So we have another unboxing from CGC here, 25 books. So all these books were cleaned and pressed by myself, and let's see. Let's see how we did, and let's see how our predictions were. Cut this. Put this over here. And then let's get started. So like I always do, I'm trying to get this in a certain order. Okay, so all right. All right, so the first book we have here, we have Swamp Thing #7, the Canadian price variant. I thought this one was going to be a 9.8, and it came back a 9.6, unfortunately. It's too bad. Okay, the next book we have here, we have the Swamp Thing #8. This is also the Canadian 75-cent price variant. I thought this one was going to be a 9.6, and it came back a 9.6 white pages, so nice. Next one. So Swamp Thing #9. Canadian 75-cent price variant. I thought this one was going to be a 9.6, and it came back a 9.8. Very happy, of course, when that happens. Okay, so next one. All right, so we have Swamp Thing #10. The 75-cent Canadian price variant. I thought this one was going to be a 9.6 as well. It came back a 9.8. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. All right, so we have Swamp Thing #11, the 75-cent Canadian price variant. I thought this one was going to be a 9.4, came back a 9.6. Very nice. Ooh, this one here is an interesting one. So this is Swamp Thing #12, 75-cent Canadian price variant. I thought this one was going to be a 9.2 is what I had. It came back a 9.6. White pages. Super happy about that. Great. Nice, nice. All right, so let's keep going. So Vision and Scarlet Witch #1. This is a Canadian price variant. I think this was a little bit of a key book recently. So I thought this was going to be 9.6, and it came back a 9.6. All right, so next one we have. Oh, here it is. Okay. We have West Coast Avengers #1. So this is the $1 or Canadian price variant. And I thought this one was going to be a 9.2, and it came back a 9.2. Okay, next. Okay, next one we have Legends number 2. So this is the Canadian price variant, or $1 price variant. And I thought this was going to be a 9.6, and it came back a 9.6. Nice. Okay, so next one. Oh yeah, this one. Star Trek movie special number 1. So this is the Canadian price variant, $1.75 variant, and I was really hoping for a 9.8. I thought this was going to be a 9.8, and it came back 9.8, so super happy about that one. Look at that. Great book. Okay, so next book. So we have Dark Hawk number 1. So this is a newsstand, and this was tough on the grade. I thought it was going to be a 9.0 or 9.2. It came back a 9.4. So happy about that. Number 1 issue and newsstand, very, very good. Alright, so this one was a very interesting one for me. If you've seen all my unboxing videos, I've never predicted, I don't think I've ever predicted a 9.9. But this book here, I sent it in because it was, I thought, flawless, and there was nothing wrong with this book. So I thought this was going to be a possible 9.9. Came back 9.8. It's too bad. I was really hoping for a 9.9 because I've never gotten a 9.9 before. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything on this that... It's too bad about that one. Okay, another one. What is that right here? Alright, so this one, Spider-Man number 1. Very common book, silver edition. This is a direct edition as well, so it's very common. I sent this in because I thought this was going to be a 9.8, but it came back a 9.6. That is really too bad, actually. I don't know why that is. I'm going to have to take a close look. I thought this was a for sure 9.8. That is really too bad. Okay, next one. I was way off on this next one too. I just gotta say that before I show you. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So this one, Amazing Spider-Man 306. So I thought this one was going to be a 9.4. And it came back 9.0. So this is, you know, the Action 1 homage. I think, I can't remember why it probably got dinged down or it got knocked down to 9.0. There was something on this book, but disappointing. All right, so next one. So this next one, so Star Trek number 1, 95-cent Canadian price variant. I thought this was going to be 9.0 because I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but you see that corner there? Maybe hard to see, but there is a crease there. So I thought it was going to be 9.0. It came back at 9.4. So very happy about that. Very cool. All right. Okay, so this one. Okay, so we have Amazing Spider-Man 299. This is the newsstand edition. I thought this one was going to be a 9.6, and it came back a 9.6 white pages. So very happy about that. I thought this was probably a very, very obvious 9.6 because that actually looks a little bit worse than it was before I sent it. There's a spine tick there, but there's also a color breaking one on the back, I think. So 9.6, best that one could be, I believe. All right, so next one. All right, so we have Flash #1, the Canadian $1 price variant. So I thought this one was going to be a 9.4, came back a 9.6 off white to white pages. So 9.6 is great. Nice. Okay, so next one. We have Crisis on Infinite Earths #7, Canadian $1.60 price variant. I thought this was going to be a 9.0. It came back a 9.0. All right, so this next one is probably the saddest story I have. So this book I originally sent to CGC for cleaning and pressing, and it came back a 9.6. I looked at it and I thought, man, it's basically flawless. So I cracked it open, cleaned it because it was really dirty here and stuff. And I sent it in and it came back a 9.2. So a 9.6 cracked open comes back at 9.2. So I don't know why that is. I'm going to have to really take a close look at this. That is too bad. I wish there were grader's notes, but there aren't. So, okay, so next one. So we have Power Pack #1. This is the Canadian $1.25 price variant. And I thought this one was going to be a 9.4. It came back a 9.6. So that is fantastic. Very good. All right, so we got another one here, Uncanny X-Men 155. That kind of is a key book recently, or kind of a hot book recently. The first, is it Brood? It's called. So I thought this one was going to be a 9.4, but it came back a 9.8. That's fantastic. I can see a little scratch in the case right up there, unfortunately. But 9.8 newsstand edition. All right. So I think newsstand editions back then weren't as rare as in the late 80s or 90s. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get into, so these are Hercules Volume 2, #1. So I thought this was 9.6 or 9.8. This is the 75-cent price variant. The Canadian price variant. So I thought this was going to be a 9.6 or 9.8. It came back in 9.8. So that is great. All right, #2. In the same series, the Canadian 75-cent price variant, and I thought this one was going to be a 9.6. Came back a 9.6. #3 in the series, Canadian price variant. I thought this one was going to be a 9.6 or 9.8. I thought it had a shot, and it came back a 9.8. And then this is the last book. It is #4. So this one here with this black cover, I thought it's only going to be possibly a 9.6, and came back at 9.6 white pages, which I'm not disappointed, because you can see a color scuff right there. All right, so in this 25 comic box, I want to tell you that 5 of them came back lower than I expected. 11 of them came back exactly what I thought they would, and 9 of them came back higher than I thought. Okay, so 5 lower, 11 the same, and 9 higher. Okay, so thanks for joining me again, and I will see you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.